Since his first full season in 2015, Mookie Betts has accumulated the second highest wins above replacement in Major League Baseball, only behind Mike Trout. He's won a World Series with two different teams, multiple Gold Gloves and Silver Sluggers, and an MVP in 2018. Betts has already cemented himself as one of the best players of his generation. With the WAR that's already in the top 250 players of all time, he's just about to enter his age 30 season. But how good was Mookie Betts when he first entered the video game universe? Let's find out. Mookie Betts, welcome to the show. In previous episodes, we've looked at the careers of Mike Trout and Aaron Judge, both of whom were first-round draft picks. Marcus Mookie Betts didn't hear his name called until the 5th round back in 2011. Betts was a multi-sport athlete in high school, playing outfield and second base in baseball, but he was also a standout basketball player and bowler. While attending John Overton High School in Nashville, he'd be named the District 12 AAA MVP in basketball during his senior year, while also being named the Tennessee Boys Bowler of the Year back in 2010. However, it was his junior year that started attracting MLB scouts. Betts batted .549 with 24 steals, leading the Bobcats to an undefeated season in conference play and winning the 12 AAA championship. Multiple colleges would offer him a scholarship, but Betts would ultimately commit to attend the University of Tennessee. Betts and the Bobcats would follow up next season with another conference championship, with Betts batting .509. Following his senior season, Betts would be drafted by the Boston Red Sox with the 172nd pick in the 2011 draft. After securing a signing bonus with the Red Sox for $750K, Betts would forego his college career and began playing professional baseball fully to start off the 2012 season. In 2012, Betts would play with the Lowell Spinners, batting .267 with 20 steals in 71 games. By 2013, Betts would improve his slugging percentage by a considerable margin, hitting 15 home runs in 127 games with the Greenville Drive and the Salem Red Sox. He'd continue his torrid pace in Double-A in 2014, batting .355 in 54 games for the Portland Sea Dogs, and then .324 with the Pawtucket Red Sox upon his promotion to Triple-A in June. The Boston Red Sox would call up Betts on June 28, 2014, and he'd make his Major League debut a day later, securing his first Major League hit in the 4th inning versus the Yankees. Betts appeared in 52 games over the second half of the 2014 season, batting .291, .368, .444 with the Red Sox. He'd play his natural position of second base 14 times, but the Red Sox primarily played him in the outfield following a contract extension with second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Looking at MLB the Show 14, Mookie Betts didn't start the season on the 40-man roster, so his player likeness was added mid-year via a roster update. From what I could find, his original rating was a 70 overall with the B potential, and his highest ratings were in speed and durability. I'm unsure if this was during his call-up in late June, or his ratings to end the season, but regardless, San Diego Studio gave him some good potential for a 21-year-old. Betts would become a regular starter for the Red Sox in 2015, finishing his first full season with 18 home runs, 21 stolen bases, and a triple slash of .291, .341, .479. He'd play center field for 133 out of the 144 games he appeared in, before moving over to right field to start the 2016 season. In MLB The Show 15, Betts would start as the top-rated center fielder on the Red Sox roster as a 79 overall player. His speed, stealing, and reaction would get solid upgrades, as well as his power and contact versus lefties. In franchise mode, his potential went up to an 85 overall, which is a solid marking between an everyday player and an all-star caliber player. He'd begin MLB The Show 16 as the 5th best player on the Red Sox, tied with David Ortiz. His potential rating would be raised to a grade of A at 91 points. While his stealing ability would go down from the previous year, Betts would near the 90s in contact versus lefties, vision, durability, and batting clutch. It was around this time where the build of Diamond Dynasty would shift over to something that we're more familiar with current day, and Betts had solid range both in the outfield and at second base. 2016 was also around the time that Betts would solidify himself as one of the best players in the league. He'd finish second in MVP voting to Mike Trout, but would lead the AL in plate appearances and total bases. In 2018, Betts would lead the Red Sox to a World Series title, also winning AL MVP and leading the league in batting average and slugging percentage. Shockingly, the Red Sox would trade Betts before the 2020 season after the two sides failed with contract extension talks. The Dodgers would get Betts in the trade and would follow it up with a 12-year, $365 million contract extension. Betts would finish as the runner-up in MVP voting in his first year with the Dodgers, which was the shortened 2020 COVID season. But at the same time, he'd secure another championship as the Dodgers would win the World Series title. His most recent campaign in 2022 was solid with 35 homers, and he led the NL in runs. Despite a stacked Dodgers lineup, he looks pretty primed to be the star during the 2023 season. When we first saw Mookie Betts, he seemed like a decent contact hitter with plenty of speed to burn. But more recently, we've seen Betts develop into a great fielder and someone who can hit the baseball as well as any of his peers. Betts currently owns a career .293 average with 213 home runs, 158 stolen bases, a slugging percentage north of .500, and an OPS plus of 134. He's garnered top 10 MVP votes in 6 out of the last 7 seasons, and is likely to be a top 50 all-time candidate for career wins above replacement if his trajectory continues, all while continuing to bowl games with a .300 score. Thanks for watching this episode of Welcome to the Show. Let us know if there's any other current MLB players you'd like to see in regards on how their career started in the video game universe. To view our previous episodes, you can find the playlist here. Signing off for now, this is Kasabi from Showzone.